I'm hurt. I'm dealing with battles you couldn't even fathom. But you know what that child is suffering with. They're coming to school and they're acting a certain type of way. It's a cry for help. They're not bad because they're bored. They're bad because they're being neglected. They're going through things. Talk to them. Stop
Yes.
suspending them, expelling them, threatening them. Talk to them. They
I love that. I love that for you because I feel like okay, if I set the bar, I want my children to set it
yeah,
high,
to set it
right?
higher.
You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely dope, man. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said you're up and I'm up. Y'all now tuned in to the Grind Hard Dream Big Show. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I got a special guest in the building. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the people.
Hey y'all, my name is Vanilla, also known as Rap Highness.
What's going on with you though?
It's been a little second.
Yeah, for real though.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Welcome
We're
back.
gonna end this year off good.
For sure. So for the people that don't know, like, how was that early childhood for you?
Ooh, childhood for me was fun. My childhood really pushed me to be where I'm at as far as Rap Highness and like selling hair wraps and stuff because I've always covered my hair, Muslim, and it really helped me like form my identity around my scarves and stuff like that. So when I started to jump out there and start doing Rap Highness and selling hair wraps, it just came so natural. And because everyone already knew that about me, it flowed so well.
That's
so it's
good.
like I was supposed to do this.
Yeah, it's
my
like I walked
birthright.
into it,
Yeah,
I fell into it,
it's
and
my
guess what? This is
birthright.
my birthright. This is my baby. This is my child, and I'm gonna take care of it for sure. Okay, so I guess sewing and art was always a thing for you coming up too.
Yeah, so I've been sewing. I started sewing when I was little, like when they used to have that store called Ames, like telling our age then.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right.
I would get like overalls and add little stuff to it. And then I got into it more in high school, but it was just for like me, like making clothes for me, altering clothes for me. And about almost a year now, I say I really got into like clothes for other people, like offering alteration services and tailoring services and really pushing more of my clothing than like my hair wraps, because my hair wraps are solidified. Like me and my hair wraps.
Right.
We go
Yeah. Birds of a feather, they flock
They
together.
flock together.
Yeah, they flock together.
It's
Yeah.
1-in-1. But a lot of people didn't know that I sew like other things other than scarves. So it's like trying to pivot and let people know like this is what I do now, and styling. Like I've always loved clothes and et cetera, et cetera. So it kind of when I started making clothes, I kind of started doing styling and stuff too. So
That's
it
what's
just
up.
kind of like
Yeah, that's what's up. I ain't gonna lie, like
okay.
I think that's slept on extremely because people are looking at it like, all right, bet I can just put these clothes on, but like you sat there and said, like styling, that's important, right? Because it's like coordination, brands, and everything. So from the Gucci, the Louis, the Prada, and everything that we see, we like, all right, but then it's like, how do you
That
literally
is.
fully put it together?
Because
You know what I'm saying?
styling is more than just like designer. I done seen people wear designer and I be like, that ain't it.
Right.
It starts within how you carry yourself,
For
your
sure.
swag, and then it just like learning what you like, informing what you like versus what's trending now and just meshing them together to get that, that good collaboration. Because what you might like, I might not like.
Right, for
Just
sure.
because, you put it on, it look good, don't mean I'm going to put it on, it look good.
Right,
so
for
it's
sure.
really just tailoring to you. So
Right.
that's what I like to do, like study, my clients and just like get that good middle ground.
Got you. So I guess when you stepped into it, right? Because like I said, it's a unique field, it's a unique place to be. What is it that you're looking at and how to like style a person? Is it more so of the profession that they're in, or how is it like? How's that process like?
So for one, it depends on the event that they want me to style them for,
Okay.
So that has something to do with it. But if it's just like everyday critiques and they want to like help improve their style, honestly, I go based on their personality. If
Okay.
you're a bubbly person, I'm gonna put you in clothes that grab that attention, that really make people drawn to you and that good energy. And I'm big on like colors. 'Cause
Okay.
certain colors bring certain energies towards you and stuff like that. So it's really just you as an individual. Or if you want me to go shopping for you or work with what you got.
Got you.
I do both.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, yes. Convenience is always key, though, because I think that it's definitely nice and beneficial for that. Like, I know for myself, a lot of people be like, man, Jay, is that you? Oh, yeah, no, I know it's you because you got your bucket hat.
The bucket
You know what I'm saying?
hat,
The bucket
that's
is
your
always
signature.
Yeah, they be like, no, that's the signature right there. He always got a good word. And then on top of that, he always got that motivation. Yeah, so motivation and bucket hats, plug.
Yes,
I think
look,
that's
they
a
go
project I'm going to go
together.
ahead and do. That go together for sure. So, like, even with that, right, I think that's definitely important. So, with your raps, I've seen the elevation. I've seen the growth. What was the pivot like for that? Like, what made you feel like, all right, you know what, man, I know I could do this, but I'm gonna really step into that now.
I think honestly, when I had my daughter and I wanted her to start wearing wraps and being like all cutesy and stuff, it pushed me to be like, you know what, I need to take this real serious. Like, I need to like. It started with Mommy and Me's, and everyone got such good feedback and responses from that. So I was like, let me really just jump back out there. And I didn't want to go back to work. I was like, I'm not punching nobody's clock. I'm not doing it no more. So that was really the push. Her and wanting to be like my own boss. And it blossomed, honestly.
Nah, that's good. No, and I think it's taking that risk, right? Because sometimes we be like, is the risk really worth it? Or is it
So
even a risk at
scary.
all? Because stepping out and taking that leap of faith is like, hold up, this is what we doing? I'm used to X, Y, and Z. Now I'm trying to see A, B, C, and
It's hard because a
don't
lot
know.
of people, they glorify entrepreneurship, and it is beautiful, but it is a journey. There
Right.
are times where we got to be real. You are broke because you're putting money in the inventory, you're putting money in the marketing. So it's not all the glitz and glams we see, but those who stick through it, those are the ones that make it. Those are the ones who are really built for this entrepreneurship, you know?
Right, for sure.
It's work.
Yeah, I think, and it looks attractive because we see it on a grander scale. I done started, my business, or I done did this, and now I have my launch, and it's like, what goes into it in between time?
Yeah.
Am I investing? Am I pouring into myself? Am I making these connections? Am I stepping out and actually asserting myself? Am I adding the value? Am I building the value? Like, all these things are definitely important. So going into the business, what was essential for you to know, like, all right, from jump, I'm here. This is where I need to be, like, you know what I'm saying, moving forward.
I set goals for myself on what I wanted, how I wanted my business to move, and that's what really kept me focused to get to where I'm at now. Like, I didn't just say, oh, I'm going to have this one day. I told myself I have 6 months to get this business making 6 figures. It's going to happen. Really plotting out, okay, marketing, I got to do this, supplies, I got to do this, all this. Mind you, like, Rap Highness is just me. I don't have 10 people behind me doing this. I'm answering emails, I'm sending the orders, I'm sewing, I'm doing everything, so it's hard. But I set that goal and I was like, I'm not going to stop for nothing.
Right.
And
And I think that self-ambition is definitely important, right? Because you got to really be built for it. A lot of people are like, okay, yeah, you do the motivation, you do these workshops, you do these events.
Yeah.
And I realized in the early going, it was high volume of being an executor. You always see that. You have to execute because it's like you have a problem to solve. Entrepreneurship is just
That's
that
it.
simple.
It's problem solving.
It's problem solving. Like, you solving this problem, this is what you're going to bring. You're going to bring the value. You're going to do this, X, Y, and Z. So once I realized that and I just kept it going, then that's what got the momentum.
Yeah.
And then people started, seeing things. Like I said, I started July 5th, 2020 with the motivational videos. You tapped in. You were like, yo, hey, this is too short. Hey, my guy, this is too short. Like, I need you to go ahead. Yeah, we're trying to hear this. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then November 6th, went into the studio and then did the podcast. And then from there, it just kept going. And year after year, it's just been elevating. And then the community work and everything else, and just elevating and creating these moments. It's nothing really but God, really. I could just sit back and be like, yo, what is going on? But being consistent, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be rewarded in that.
That's it. It's consistency.
And that's all it was, really,
and a
to
lot
be
of
honest.
people got to really understand consistency is longevity. It's not just being consistent for 30 days. It is long. It's almost a lifetime. Like, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon.
Right.
Yeah, and
I know that, with you and the power of networking as well, we had the luxury of going to the Made in the DMV event,
Yeah.
where we just, all creatives came together,
Yeah.
from artists to, business owners, everybody being there, even moguls that we see on social media and things like that. And that rejuvenated a lot of us. And I think that was a timely event that really showed us, like, all right, cool, this is where we can be.
Yes.
Like, we may be cool for where it is right now, but
that was a pivotal
this is where we
moment.
need to be. What did you take away from that? Because I know that was like a impactful day for you and myself as well.
It was.
But yeah, like, what did you take away from that? Because I think sometimes when we're in the room, we're like, all right, yeah, I'm in the room, but what do I do when I'm in the room?
Yeah, when I'm in there.
Yeah,
like,
when I'm in the room, yeah, what do I do?
You got to talk to people. And I'm naturally, it's funny, I'm naturally an introvert.
Okay.
But I realize as a business owner, I can't be.
Right.
So when I have to go into that mode, I got to do that switch and be
Right.
outgoing. So when I got to the Made in the event, I was with Lachelle, of course, and I'm always with her. We honestly were just going to different rooms, sitting, listening to different panels. And we were like, we're going to be on these panels. Like, we're going to be the ones talking. And we went to the panel that had Wallow, Fat Trail, and something Wallow said, and I tell you, to this day, Wallow said, money makes money. And when he said that, what he meant by that was, even if you don't have it, look like you have it. Because when you look like you have it, you're going to get it.
Right.
And I was like, okay. And from that, everything I do now, I make sure that it's such at a high scale where the presentation is beautiful, where, everything I want is going to just be drawn to me because it looks good. It's a luxury. It's all that. And if anything I took from that whole experience that was amazing, it was exactly what he said. And that has been that pivotal moment that pushed me. That was like, yep, I got to do it. I got to make this great.
Yeah, nah, for sure. I think it's always great when people that, you come up with, you see on a regular basis, have their seasons and have their time.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, like, I remember when it was this. Now I seen it. I'm there for the whole process. I seen it from the ground up. So I think it's a beautiful thing. And for me, it was just to have all those creators in the room, share the inspiration and motivation. That, like, that soul food that you got to eat.
Yep.
That you really know that you need it.
Yep.
And you was kind of ignoring it. Like, my mac and cheese is right here. My
It's
grits is
right
right.
there.
Like, everything is right there. I need that. I need that chicken. I need that pork chop. Thank you. I take the greens too.
Yeah.
Thank you. I take the potatoes and the gravy. I need all that too. You know what I'm saying? So let me go and get all that. So
That was it. We
I
left
think
with
that
a
was
full plate.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, definitely for sure. And I left full.
I did.
I left full, and
I
that was needed.
left
Yeah.
satisfied. I didn't feel like I missed out on anything. I shoulda, coulda, woulda. I left and was like, this was everything I needed it to be. I met so many people that I still to this day network with. Like, that was a great event.
Yeah, and then
Shout
I
out
think,
to Bert.
I think about shout out to her for that, for real. And I think that a lot of people have to realize, like, it's really what you do in the room.
Yeah.
Like, I'm learning that as well. Like, okay, sure, I bought a ticket to an event, but what's next?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you assert yourself in the room? What
Yeah.
value do you have? What product do you?
How do
what
you
is your
sell
service?
yourself? Yeah.
Yeah, because you could get in the room and not know what to do, and it's like, okay, I was just there
You're just a
to be there.
plant. You're just a plant.
Or X, Y, Z. And and like I said, like I was telling Shell, like, even with the book signing for Wallow,
Yeah.
like, being there, having my merch, having everything, it made me feel like, boom, it stood out, because it was like, yo, you got your merch, you got everything. We having a different type of conversation.
Yes.
Sure, it's, you got the book and the autograph, but now we can actually have dialogue. You're learning, you're in student mode. So, like,
Yeah.
for me, it was just one of those moments of, you got it now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So for me, I don't look at, like, I understand people look at comparison as thief of joy and things like that. I look at it as, like, I'm in student mode. I'm still learning.
Literally, I'm
Still
always in student mode. I'm always gravitating towards people and be like, what can I do better? Like, give me your honest feedback, your opinion, For me, though, I'm not going to lie. Me always wearing a scarf, it makes it easier for me to network and people to remember me by.
Got
because
you.
they always be like, the with the head wrap. I'd be
Right.
like, that's me. And it's this trick my dad taught me. And I did it at the Made in the DMV event, and everyone reached back out to me. So I had business cards, right?
Uh-huh.
And on the back of the business card, I had a quarter.
Okay.
And it was taped to it. And everyone I handed my card to, they were like, what's this? And I said, it's a sensory trick. You'll never throw this card away. And I literally were getting emails like a week later. I found your card. I want to speak with you. What exactly do you do? And I thought it was so funny. I'm like, I bet you did keep that card, because something about that sensory, it makes you like connect and remember. So I always tell people, if you give your business card out, put something on the back of it, because they're not going to throw it away.
Right.
Because they're going to, what's that? They're going to look at it. They're going to connect it. Now you got a connection.
Right.
I've been doing that for like a little second, and it's always worked out.
For sure. And I think that's definitely creative. Like, shout out to you for the creativity, because I think sometimes when we make products or, you know, business cards and how we're selling ourselves, sometimes we look at it like, oh yeah, I got business cards. Okay, boom. I got this. I got the email. Oh, you got the logo that pop, or you got a motivational quote on the back, or something like that. Where it's like, ooh, okay, I'm attracted. I want to actually engage in this.
You got to make that connection.
Important. Yeah, it's definitely important. So I think that's definitely dope. So networking, right?
Yeah.
It's even in that moment, I realized like you've built with these people.
Yeah.
Right. Now I'm saying, like, I was commending Shell, shout out to her once again, like, to see what you guys are doing, right?
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, because I think that one opportunity can become multiple.
Absolutely.
Right. So if I know that I could provide this service, but this person could provide this, why not get the 2 for 1? Right. So I think that is definitely dope that people are putting people in position. So what is the benefit of that? Because I know for a fact for me, if I ain't got it and I know somebody that does, I'm gonna reach out to that person and be like, all right, come on.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to this event. Can you mob with me?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And shout out to you for that, because a lot of people gatekeep. I realize that. If you can't use the information, or if you know something I need, just give it to me.
Right.
Just put me on.
Right.
Just help me, you know?
Right.
But like with me and Shell, we have such a good like partnership, friendship, sistership. Like, we're each other's managers. You know, anytime she doesn't know something, I don't know something, we find out, we help each other. And we brand ourselves with that. And one thing I did realize, that people don't always remember what you say. They remember how you make them feel.
Yes.
So we always make sure we make them feel good, that they feel engaged and listened to and valued, because that's the most important thing in your network, and how you make someone feel. Because if they know, yeah, she was cool, they're going to want to work with you. You know, their resources now become your resources, and vice versa. So it makes it so much easier to network because of that.
For sure.
No,
I definitely, that's how I look at it. And I'm like, okay, if we all at a table, we at a restaurant, I don't want to be the only one that's eating steak and shrimp. Like, you can add your steak and shrimp too. Like, come on now. Like, hold on now.
The
like,
shareables.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? The appetizers and all that, calamari, whatever you want, like all that. So I think it's important, and we have a lot of resources.
Yeah.
Right? So when we're talking about the DMV, it's an area where it's like either everybody knows everybody, or everybody knows somebody, of that person because of social media and, you know, the hubs or the communities that we're in.
Any of that.
You know what I'm saying? So even being in it now, and I guess being valuable, like, how does that make you feel now? Because it's like, yo, to know that I can add value to these situations, to know that I can be of service now, as opposed to being like on the outside looking in.
It's unreal. I'm not gonna lie. It'd be so funny. I've had this happen a couple occasions. I'm in the grocery store and someone be like, "You're Rap Highness," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's me." You know what I'm saying? I love it, and I love when people come to ask me questions about, "Oh, I've always wanted to wear a wrap, but I don't know how to," or, you know, I like these pants, but they don't fit me right. Do you know how to do this? Or even when it comes to Shell, they'd be like, "You know a photographer?" I'm like, "I know the best photographer. Let me put you on." You know, it feels good that people view you as an asset, and it makes you want to grind harder so you can be a bigger asset, you know, play a bigger role, you know, have people really rely on you and know you're dependable, you stand on your word, you're good people to work with, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
It feels good. You
know?
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. It'd be a little surreal for me as well, because it's like, all right, hold up, bro. Like, wait, this is what we doing? Like, what? You, like, because 2024, I would just sit there and say, like, one word, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like, that's the one word I would say. Unbelievable, because, like, I did not imagine any of this. I just kept walking and working and being consistent, and all of the stuff started happening. Like I said, like, one of the best birthdays ever for me. Like, you know, shout out to Shalise, because, like I said, that moment, being on a community event, Wallow, Gilly, that happening, that was just organic, literally. And then, you know, I had a viral reel.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it made to follow that as well. So it was just like, wait, it was just like, wait, what's going on? But creating these moments and continuing to be your authentic self, I think was very key. And then, of course, again, so now it's just like this whole notion of, yo, they're going to respect it. They just see the consistency and they're going to respect it. So I've always put myself in student mode, and I never was like chasing anything. I felt like it was just like being goal-oriented. All right, this is what you're going to do. Add value to wherever you're at. Like, realize that you do belong on that stage. Realize you do belong in that room. And you're willing to have that conversation because you're qualified enough to have it. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I really learned from it. And, you know, when it's, you know, you're on social media and you see a lot of things, you can get discouraged. But for me, I looked at it like, all right, cool. Like, little do people know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, little do people know. So just let them have it.
Do you look at your accolades and all your awards and stuff, you know, and really celebrate how far you've come? Like, even with the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, you reward yourself, right?
Yeah, I have to. Yeah.
Thank
I have
you.
to, because I think for me at first, what was a struggle was it's something regular.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Was there to celebrate?
Yes.
But then I had to realize, like, the duration, the endurance, the practice, and what it took to do it, to actually celebrate those moments.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's more valuable.
I deserve that. Like, I'm going to pat myself in the back.
For
Facts,
sure. I have to.
Facts. I always tell people, I'm like, celebrate your wins. Stop
you have
just
to.
rolling.
Yeah, because you're going to be burning. You're going to find yourself burnt out
Yeah.
and doing a lot of things. And you're going to be like, you're going to want to be available for something.
Yeah.
And your body's going to be like, nah, bro.
I can't. And you'll never really feel satisfied because you didn't take that time to just appreciate what you've done.
Right.
Like,
yeah. And like celebrating and going out more, things like that. Like I said, even with like the DMV Summer Jam, like that was my first time going to it, because I missed the last year's. But this year it was really dope to see that.
It was. I loved it.
Yeah, I definitely loved it.
I had such a time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tay.
Yeah, shout out to Tay, for sure. I think that, you know, when the artists can come together, even being an artist myself, like, it's a dope thing to get on the stage and showcase in front of the homies.
Yeah, for
showcase
real.
in front of the people.
Yeah,
and to make it like, you know, organic as well from the old to the new.
Yeah,
I think it was definitely really dope to see all that too.
That growth. I'd be so proud of people. I'd be like, I remember when you was here. That would look at you on the stage doing your thing.
Yeah, like, and it's like people that you grew up with, you've seen. And now they're doing different, you know, walks of life. And things like that. It's like, yo,
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? So
we got some gems out here.
We do.
We really
We have a lot of good artists out here too.
do.
You know, like I said, the youth, they be turned up for the young artists. I love to see it.
I love them.
You know, I love it.
I
love to see it.
I
You know,
love
they
these
be rocking
kids.
they be rocking with the KP. They be rocking with the Nino
Yeah,
Payne. They be rocking with the Glock
Manny.
Jones,
Yeah.
Young Manny.
Yeah, shout out Glock.
Yeah, shouting out to them, man. Flock too. So
yes,
like, it's so many people to name. I don't want to
3-0.
miss nobody. Don't look at me like I missed
right.
somebody.
Listen, yeah,
look,
we just, you know, we
shout
rolling.
out to the DMV, but like for sure, like. I think that it's in a great space because we have a lot of creatives. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys were capturing stuff. Amber was capturing stuff.
Facts.
Like, everybody was capturing stuff.
Yeah.
And it was a beautiful thing because guess what? Like, those are moments that the artists are going to remember. And they go back and they be like, oh, yeah, dang, I did do that show.
I was there,
and I remember that shot. Like, man, you did this nice little video for me. You did this nice little reel.
And they're so appreciative because you would think maybe they're not seeing it or blah, blah, blah. And they're like so appreciative and it's genuine love. Like, oh, you got that video of me. Oh, I look good. And it's like the support. I know people always say we don't support each other. Like, I hear that notion. But I feel like the tide is changing.
Yeah, I think we do support each other. And I think we do. And you have a lot of fields meshing. Like, the entertainment industry within itself is not just me making music.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the comedians we have.
Yeah.
From the Goofs to the Davey to APAP to Fat Marco.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we have a lot of
those
people.
Those are my guys.
And I don't want to forget nobody because I be feeling like, oh my gosh.
Those are my guys. So those are my guys.
I be like, yo, but we have so many, you know, cross-branding opportunities out here and things like that. And I was, what was it, the day after Thanksgiving? I ain't gonna lie, because Thanksgiving I was eating my food.
Listen, but phone was on Do Not Disturb.
The day after Thanksgiving, I did go on YouTube and I did watch a movie, and I was like, hold up, I see some familiar faces.
Are you saw that too?
I think I'm talking about. Oh yeah, it was what?
Money Hungry.
Money Hungry. Hungry for some money. Money Hungry. That's what it was. Okay, Money Hungry. Yes, I watched it, and it was like, hold on now.
Thank you.
I seen some familiar faces. I was like,
I know
that person. Hold up, I know that person too. I seen that person too. Like, yeah, it was.
That was
that
was so funny. Like, that was genuinely funny to make. Everybody on that cast, behind the scenes and in front of the cameras, was amazing. Like, the cast crew, best.
Yeah.
The best.
And
like,
I think it's
professional.
dope.
It was just so funny. Like,
I think it was like, so you know how you had those movies like back in the day, but like your own urban spin.
Yeah,
I feel like that's what it really was like. Like, you know how it's like a Medea's family reunion type of vibe, but then you
Goofy
got a little
switched them characters, and I just be like looking at it when you're behind the scenes. You know, Goofy's he is so multi-talented. Like,
'cause I was like, hold up, what in the soul food and paid in food is going on over here? I got some street stuff, but then I got some feel good stuff. But I know one thing, you know, mama or grandmama ain't gonna play about that recipe.
Was not
she ain't not gonna play about that recipe. So
she said,
want
I
that
need
recipe.
that cheese.
Yeah, she needs that recipe. So you best to make sure that recipe you have it.
We got some other stuff coming up. I'm not gonna say too much, but be on the lookout.
Sure. Yeah, I think, but it's dope though to put all of that creativity,
all that
in
talent.
one room.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And that's where the networking and collaboration is, right? So it's like everybody was vested into one vision.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, I ain't thinking about me. I'm thinking about we.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So to put that together, so to be a part of that project in a sense, like how did that kind of like make you feel, or the creative direction and, you know, knowing your role and things like that? Like,
I love it. Like, I'm always, with most of the roles I do, I'm always like wardrobe coordinator. Like, I help with the clothing, et cetera, because again, like styling, that's my thing, you know. Sure. So, but to be a part of these projects, I love it because I get to see other sides of people. I get to see them step outside their comfort zone and really just bring ideas to life. It's magical. Like, and everyone just be on the same accord, and it's all love, positivity. I love it. I'd be so excited. I'd be like, what we doing next? You want me to do this? I'm here. I got you.
Yeah, but you know, it's like having that extra battery in your back that you know that you need it. Like, ooh, like, only if you knew, like, child, I was on E. But then after that, I'm full.
Like, we'll be on set for 14 hours, and I'm like, I'm cool, though. Any other time I'm doing something for 14 hours, I'm like, help me.
Yeah, somebody.
But there, I'm like,
message.
It's love, you know?
Right.
It's love. So I get so excited, you know, and I am excited about all the things that we have coming out, you know, and just other projects that I'm working with. Like,
for sure.
It's gonna be good. We turned up the DMV.
I already know that. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's in good hands. It's in good hands, like Allstate. I already know it's good.
Couldn't
because y'all are doing everything that y'all supposed to be doing and more.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, we have so much talent here. I think that people are walking into the I know my worth, or I'm finding my worth season.
Yeah.
So that is really, really great to know.
We're really owning it. You know, it's more than just, we used to just say it.
Right.
Now we're actually living it. Like, we've embodied those words. Mm-hmm. It feels good.
Yeah, it's like playing the lotto and claiming that ticket.
And claiming it. Manifestation is so real. It really wasn't until this year that I realized how real it was. I was like, what do you mean if I say something's going to happen? I said, be a millionaire every day, it don't happen. But when you think about it, it's true, because you have these opportunities that you didn't have to get you exactly what you're asking for. I'm like, so manifestation is really real. Yeah. And ever since then, I'm writing it and it's happening.
Yeah, you write it.
Crazy.
It's the two W's. You write it, you work it.
You work it.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Write it, work it.
That's it.
That's it. But I think that what happens is we get distracted because we look at social media. We can look at comparison.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this person is living their life, or this person, I'm not where I'm supposed to be because of X, Y, and Z. But it's like the work we got to put in.
See, one thing to tell you about social media. I love social media, but I will mute a page in a heartbeat, because one thing I don't like absorbing negative energy.
Facts.
And I don't follow certain people because of just certain things they post.
Gotcha.
You know, but if we all have that envious, I want this. We all have those tendencies.
Right, for sure.
So if I feel like I'm envious of something that you have, I'll check myself. Like, let me work harder so I can get it. But I also just remove it from my space, because I don't want those negative thoughts even in my head. And I know they're human. We have them, you know, but I will mute a page in a heartbeat and be like, I'm going to get my goal and I'm going to celebrate myself. I'm not going to worry about what you're doing. I'm going to worry about what I'm doing.
Facts.
You know?
Facts.
I tell people that all the time. When they like start that comparison, I'm like, don't worry about that. You
No, you don't
winning
have
in
to.
your own way.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. And I think that that's the biggest thing, and that's what I'm learning, because it's like a lot of people will look at the comparison, or you're like this person, or you're like that person. And it's
Yeah.
like, y'all know.
I know which one you get all the time.
Yeah, I get the same person every single time.
Every time.
But it's like, but I think energy is important.
yeah.
And I think that that's what it is. So it's
Yeah.
like, when you see that, it resembles that.
Yeah. And
So it's
such a
like,
good
I let
person.
that just pan itself out. I'm not going back and forth with it.
Yeah.
I don't have to. I just tell people to keep elevating every day.
That's it.
Because at the end of the day, you know, I want everybody to win.
Facts.
Regardless of what you see, what you comment, X, Y, Z.
Yeah.
I really want everybody to win. And that's where I stand on it. And helping the kids, and that's what it's all about. It's about our youth. It's about empowering them through the positive
It
words
really
and actions.
is.
And
The
showing
youth.
them that, you know, embracing being the new role models, or the new OGs, the people that they can look up to
Yeah.
for the guidance, the mentorship, the how-to, or the person that they can go to when they're in
Yeah.
that situation.
I didn't realize how important mentorship was until a couple years ago. I didn't realize how much it was important to pay it forward to the kids. Like, they really needed it. And now that's like a sole purpose of mine. Like, teaching kids how to sew, like, for free. If you want to learn how to sew, send me a message. We'll do a class. Like, it's whatever I can do that I'm capable of doing for the kids, I'm going to help with the kids, because one day y'all are going to be the adults.
Right.
And y'all have to be able to carry what we carried.
Right.
You know?
That part.
We're not going to be where we are forever. Like, we're going to get old.
Yeah, we
it
are.
happens. You know,
Yeah.
we're getting there.
Yeah, we are getting there.
Not rushing it. We're getting
Yeah,
there.
I know. I'm taking my time and
Listen,
trying to stay healthy
I'm
and be in the gym and drink that water and everything like that. Exactly. Trying to do all that. No,
But while
honestly.
I can, I'm going to pay it forward with the kids, like really, really, really helping them.
Yeah, I've been motivated to do that, and I think that I'm boldly walking into it like year after year after year.
You are.
Because
I got to give you your flowers.
I appreciate that. Because I see the need even more.
Yeah.
With our young boys, from communication to lack thereof, or having somebody positive to follow.
Yeah.
And then same thing with the young girls, and understanding what self-esteem is and things like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like, I understand the music that we listen to.
Yeah.
I understand the music that they listen to. Like I said, I don't knock it. I understand the Glorilla. I understand the Sexy Red. I understand the Cardi B. I understand that. But we can have the healthy balance, because I
have a
remember
healthy
I
balance.
can understand, because I remember coming up, there was somebody named Mary.
Lil' Kim.
You had Kim.
Foxy.
You had Foxy. You had Queen Latifah.
People
you
always
had
act like we
people
didn't have them. I'm like, no,
that-
we
no,
had the
had 'em.
originals.
Yeah, we had the
okay?
originals, so we know what it is. Like, y'all got the
Yeah, y'all the
versions,
next
but
generation.
y'all ain't get like that
We
raw
had
and
'em.
uncut feel of what that was. So like we get it. You know what
We
I'm
had
saying?
no business singing half them
No,
songs.
we didn't. So like I said, that's why I tell people all the time, I can't fault y'all.
I can't. I don't
can't
be
fault
mad
y'all, because
at
I
them.
was I was that
you.
too.
I was you.
I was that too. So I get it, but we just have to find that balance. For
Yeah, that appropriateness. That's
Yeah.
all. That's all. And I'm glad you said communication, because that's something that I really try to help with the kids learn how to just articulate their feelings, especially boys. I'm such a stickler for boys understanding it's okay to express their emotions.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that a lot of men were still brought up with the whole men can't cry. Like, I said that before, and I always say it. Men have emotions because they're humans. Allow them to express it safely, without judgment, without criticism. Like, if someone made you mad, be able to say, you're blowing me.
Yeah.
And then walk away
Yeah.
until you get yourself together.
For sure.
You know, learn conflict resolutions, learn to just not be reactive but proactive. You
For
know,
sure.
they're getting it, you know, but it's the constant reinforcement. It's having enough people around to make sure that they have those vices and they can always do it, and they have a safe space to talk.
Right.
You know, it takes a village.
Yeah, and I think that we have to normalize it being cool to do so. I think that's where we're at.
it.
I think we
Yeah.
want to, but it's not, the presentation
Yeah,
is not
it's
set
not
up to the
norm.
point where it's like, I bet, like, I can talk about it. Because
Yeah.
me as a man, I ain't gonna lie, like, when I first heard about, like, mental health, I'm like, what you think, I'm crazy?
Like a shrink?
But
Yeah.
then
like,
I
what?
went to an event, and it was just like, are you good, bro?
Yeah.
So I went to that. Because
Yeah.
the title of it was something different.
Yeah,
like
like,
you see, you made it more appealing. Now I'm feeling like, okay, this is a mental wellness event,
Yeah.
and you are checking on my well-being,
Yep.
and I don't feel attacked per se.
Exactly. That's the
You know
word.
what I'm saying? And that's what I
attacked or
think sometimes
judged.
what happens is, you know, for men, especially, you know, myself early, feeling attacked because of what it was, or
Yeah.
you can't cry, or why are you crying, or chin up, be tough, da da da. Not understanding that I'm suffering in silence.
I'm hurt. I'm dealing with battles you couldn't even fathom, and
Right.
a lot of people don't understand that their home lives aren't always perfect. You might have had a good house, but you don't know what that child is suffering with. And they're coming to school and they're acting a certain type of way. It's a cry for help. They're not bad because they're bored. They're bad because they're being neglected. They're going through things. Talk to them.
Yes.
Stop suspending them, expelling them, threatening them. Talk to them. They will tell you. They're actually begging for someone to just say, what's wrong?
Yeah.
What's wrong? Are you good, bro? Like, they want that space, but they don't always have it. And that's why we have to be there to make sure that they have it, and then they can pay it forward, you know?
And that's why I commend you for, the advocacy, pulling up to the career days, pulling up, engaging with the youth and things like that, because you make yourself available.
Yeah.
And I think that in our community, we have to make ourselves available.
Yeah.
Like, I understand, yes, work, all that is great, but making ourselves available and understanding what our call to action is as a collective is. So that way we understand, okay, but this is what, we got to take care of. We want better for the county. We got to be in the county.
Yeah.
We got to be in the county. We got to pull up into these schools. We got to talk to these people, talk to the students, see what's really going on, see if we can find some type of solution.
Yeah.
Even if we're not there like every single school day, at least what did we put in place to help the next?
That's why, one thing I do, I celebrate these artists that are almost idolized by the kids, because in their mind, they're like untouchable. But when they see them in real life and they're having conversations, it's like, I can be you. Like, I can relate to you. I was idolizing you, but you're still a person. And it helps them aspire to be better than what they are, because if you're saying, my guy, if you seeing 3-0, you're like, oh my God, I wish I could meet him, blah, blah, blah. And 3-0 pops up at an event and he's engaging with you and you're like, I could be you. I could be a rapper. I could still be doing this. Okay, it's realistic. It makes what you want to attain more realistic when they really see that I made it and I'm still coming back to pour into you. You know, I care about you. I'm still, I'm available to you.
Right.
I feel like that's important for people to understand. Be available for the kids.
I agree.
Because they need it.
Yeah, and that's what I would encourage, like, all of us, all of us as, the millennials, all of us that used to be in the same schools, walked, same facets of life and all that, to at least pull back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go back to your alma mater, see what's going on with the high school or seeing what's going on with the middle school.
Yeah.
Because it's like your presence is needed.
It matters. It really matters. Like, it's not about the money you spend. It's about the time. And that's what everything. It's not about money. It's about time. People really value time, and that you showing up for them and giving them that love and stuff like that,
Yeah, because it's like I said, the business can always be good, but people are always going to remember how you made them feel.
How you made them feel.
That's the most important thing. Like, how can I help you is always going to be more important than what can I gain.
That's why I'm so big, honestly, when it comes to business, like customer service. I've had customers who, they order something and my inventory was messed up. So I email them, so sorry, I'll do this and this. They still come back to this day, years later. They are like constant customers because they love my customer service. And they always say, you respond back so quick. You have such good customer service. And I'm like, I want to make you feel like you're valued. You are important. I want you to always feel like that. And once they feel like that, you got to forever.
Facts.
Like, you gotta hug them without hugging them. You
know?
Yeah,
for sure. It's like, hey.
Hey.
Social distance hug, like, no,
like, no, for real, like, still go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that you got your vitamins and all that.
But it is. You say your vitamins.
Yeah, your vitamins and all that. I just want to make sure you good.
You straight. But it's so important to just always be kind to people, because you never know what people are going through. And that's also why mental health is so important.
Yes.
You walking around mad, not knowing this person's mom just died, so they're this close to snapping.
Right.
Be kind.
Yeah.
Be kind. Smile. It's free to smile.
Right.
I always tell people, just try to be kind.
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone has a day, but just try to be kind.
For sure.
Because that smile could change something.
Facts. So how do you balance all this with motherhood too, though?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
with
momhood and school, listen.
Yeah, it's heavy.
I don't even know what day of the week it is half the time. I'm just here.
That's rightfully so. Time flies.
I just wake up and I'm like, it's Tuesday. Okay.
Already? He don't even feel like Tuesday.
It
Maybe give him
don't.
Wednesday vibes.
And
but-
waking up and take it and having to like wake up for school and I don't even go to their school is getting ghetto. Like, please. But
Another ghetto week.
another ghetto week.
Yeah, Dominique Diva be
That's my
reminding me
girl.
that
Another
shot.
ghetto week in America.
She said, you survived another ghetto week in America. Shout out to her. Because I ain't gonna
Friday,
lie. I be
like,
laughing
woo.
at that. Nah, for sure.
She know it. We survived it.
Yeah, we
'Cause
definitely
it was it's been some weeks. But honestly, my kids are the biggest motivation in the world. And I used to be like, oh my gosh, it's exhausting, this and this and this. But they make me work harder. They make me do better because I can't be less than great for them. If I fail, they fail. So I cannot fail, you know? And that was the best thing that happened to me. Like being a mom. Yeah.
That's good.
I love it. I'm teaching my daughter how to sew now. So she's getting ready to like join the group and she's going to be making orders with me and doing that because she learned
That's a proud
so quick.
mom and daughter moment right there.
I swear. She's on her second sewing machine. So she's doing it, you know, and my sons are awesome. Like, I could say I have good kids. Like, they're on a roll. They don't bother people. Like, I have great kids. So they make motherhood super easy. But that's the best job I could ever have. Like, it's great. Now, school, on the other hand, it's a challenge, but I know the rewards of it is going to be better. Like, I want to get my bachelor's, so I went back to school to get my bachelor's because, honestly, I want my son to get his master's. So I got to tell him, you got to get a degree better than me.
Okay.
So if I got a bachelor's, you got to get a master's now. Because that's what my mom did. My mom flexed on me at 50. She was like, I got a master's. I was like, I'm coming.
Right.
Like, I'm coming next. But we're big on education in my family. My mom was a teacher. My grandma was a teacher. Like, we're big on education in my family. So, yeah, just going to school, owning a business, working, motherhood. It's constant stuff happening. But honestly, I love it. It keeps me sharp, keeps me on my toes. It keeps me motivated.
That's dope.
Like,
I love that. I love that for you because I feel like, okay, if I set the bar, I want my children to set it high.
To set it
right.
higher.
You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely dope, man. Shout out to you for that because, like I said, some people be like, man, I got a business. I'm good, man. I got to go to school. But you're always in student mode. Like you just said there, I'm always learning.
It's
I got
always
to.
something to learn.
I got to.
You know, like it's never, you never have enough knowledge. And my mind is, if my business fails, God forbid it does, I will always have a backup plan. I have to make sure that I'm always able to take care of my responsibilities. So I'm a ABC planner, like, no matter what. I hope, you know, A works, but if not, I still got BC. So I'm good.
For
like,
sure.
I cover all my ducks.
For sure. Nah, that's love right there.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
definitely love.
excited.
Nah, for sure. I salute you for what you do.
Thank you.
Because it's not easy being you. It's not.
It's not.
And if it
Not
was,
enough coffee.
everybody would want to.
Not
right?
enough coffee.
See, I'm not even on the coffee. I be on the tea.
So it's this new coffee. I want to try mushroom coffee. It's supposed to be like more healthier coffee and give you more energy.
I heard about that.
I'm going to try it and I'm going to get back to you. Because I just ordered it. So I'm going to try it for like the 30 days and I'm going to see if I got more energy. Because coffee at this point gives me 5 minutes of energy and I'm out.
Got you.
It's just the taste.
I'm not really a fan of it, but you just try to make it appealing. So I'm going to try.
I'm a salesperson. But I do want to take a minute and I want to shout out to my good friend Neil, who was recently gunned down. I was speaking with Neil about school, work, and parenting because Neil was in school, he was working, and he was a parent. And we would have conversations and I'd be like, Neil, I'm overwhelmed. And he's like, I'm overwhelmed. And I'm like, but we got to do it. Because if we don't do it, who's going to do it?
Right.
You know, so we were, you know, back and forth with each other, giving each other motivation. So I want to give a special thank you to him for keeping me going and just being a light to everybody that you knew. And we are going to stay solid and we are going to stay motivated for you forever. Okay. Yeah, Neil kept me, he pushed me because I was like, I'm overworked, I'm tired. He's like, you got it. I'm like, okay, I do.
and like I said, to second that, I know that his presence was always felt, even with different events, being a part of the Flowers community as well.
Yes, he loves it.
Like I said, that's my alma mater. So it's like, it's just the walks of life and the connection. You know, his work will definitely be admired. People will continue to carry on the work. We will continue to make sure that the kids receive what they need.
That's it.
So, like, I definitely want to salute Neil as well.
You know, something I took from all of this, that no matter what you got going on in your personal life and everything like that, how people see you and how you show up to people speaks volumes and your character. Because Neil always showed up. You're the type of person that always show up. People like that, you know, when that clock stops and it's like, you know, okay, your time has passed, it's like, job well done.
Yes.
You did what you needed to do, and now the next generation can carry it forward. So we miss you, but you did your thing.
Yes.
You know, you did your thing.
Yes.
And you're one of those type of people, so I need to give you your flowers now.
I appreciate
you have been doing your thing, Flo. I have watched you from the beginning.
Yeah. Don't make me cry out here.
Day one, y'all. Day
Oh,
one.
my gosh.
Okay, I've been with Flo since day one.
Yeah, that's a fact.
He deserves his flowers because he has put in the work that y'all do and don't see.
I appreciate that. That
thank
means
you,
a lot.
Flo.
Not for sure. Thank you too, because like it
Don't
takes a
tear
lot.
up.
I'm
Don't
not.
tear up. Like this.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing about it is, you know, speaking of that, people don't know.
Yeah.
They just see this.
Yeah.
And they be like, oh yeah, he's good. But it's like, nah, I be going through it, y'all.
Yes.
It's
every
days
day.
I be going through it, and like when I hear things like that, like I was disturbed because it's like I be feeling like, dang, I'm alone. Like, am I the only person?
Yeah.
But there's other people that do the work, and it's like when we come together as a collective, we could get more done.
We can
So,
get it done.
like I said, I was excited about the initiatives and everything that he was doing.
Yeah.
Everybody that was affected by it, got to find a way to keep it going because I think it was a beautiful infrastructure.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To have different people come through, talk to the kids, having the rappers.
Yeah.
I think that was definitely dope.
That really connected
because that
them
helped the kids because
Yes.
then they have the familiar face where
Mhm.
like, and then just for it to be on a consistent basis. So like definitely picking that up and
That
you know, shout
consistency.
out to Stay Solid.
Yeah.
And the thing I want to also share as well is like me and Neil, we also had the same barber.
For real?
Yeah, we had the same barber, and he passed away. Later on.
Oh, wow.
And one more.
That was your barber.
That was our barber.
That got killed.
Yeah,
at the-
years ago.
Yeah.
Because that's when I actually first met Neil. And I didn't know that we
Wow.
literally both
Yeah, that
shared
was
the same
tragic.
barber.
Yeah,
Right.
That
so
was one of my cousin's real good friends. That
yeah,
was a tragic
so
event.
that was our first interaction, and then from there, like I said, we've seen each other in the same spaces, so we're doing the same work.
Same work. Y'all
Same work.
are.
So,
That's the thing.
like I said, I salute him. I salute him.
Yeah.
I salute him.
No, stay solid. We got this, Flo. And you,
Facts.
and you. I just gotta give you flowers, Flo. I'm telling you.
Facts.
Because
Vice versa.
every day, Flo, you was getting up. You was saying motivation. I'd be up at like 7 a.m. One eye open, one eye closed. And I'm like, okay, what's Flo talking about? I'm up and I'm up. All right, I'm up. All right, let's go. What we talking about, Flo? All right, I'm up. Yep. If you
Yeah.
up, I'm up. Like
Yeah.
the
Let's
sun
get
would be barely coming up and you be recording. I'd be like, if he's up, I'm up.
Yeah. Let's get it. Let's
Let's
go. That's what I be trying to tell people. Like, that's it, though, for sure.
It was motivation that was needed. So thank you for that. Because you never know who's watching. You never
Facts.
know who you're impacting. Just because they not like it don't mean they not watching.
That's a
Facts.
bar. That's a bar. So what is
I'm a
something that
rapper
you would
too.
tell? What is something that you would tell your younger self?
Believe in yourself sooner. Because I had so much doubts. I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna do that. They got so many other like scarf companies. They got so many people that know how to sew. And then I'm like, it's okay. Like, you go to the grocery store, it is 1,001 breads. It is 1,001 peanut butter and jelly brands. Like, believe in yourself and jump out there. So I wish I would have had that confidence younger to jump out there. But the lessons that I learned, I understand why it happened, and I'm grateful for it. So I'm here now.
Yeah,
You
I would
know?
definitely say for me, I think confidence is something that you have to build.
Yeah.
You can't wear.
Yeah.
It may
That was
easy
the
to
bar.
wear, but it's like, yo, you got to build that. So I think that's what I was definitely telling my younger
Yeah,
self.
and honestly, it comes from failure. I think people are so afraid to fail that they don't try. I'm like, you have to understand, you can't spell million without L's. You have to fail. That is the only way you'll know what works and don't. So fail.
Yeah, that's a bar too.
And
That's the
get
first
up.
time I heard that.
I'm saying,
Sheesh.
Millie,
Okay.
okay, take your
Got you.
L's
Got
and
you.
take the L's and make them W's.
Got you,
and
for sure.
Win.
I like that.
It's a win.
I like that. Well, I enjoyed this
We
conversation.
always have good talks.
Back to back. Oh, therapy.
Food
It be
for the
feeling
soul.
so
Food for the
therapeutic.
soul.
Only thing that's missing is just that mac and cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Eggs, a little collard greens.
Yeah,
little sweet
and a
potatoes.
chicken on the
Yeah,
side.
We could do Thanksgiving again.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Baked with the fried chicken. I just need to know. I don't know.
What you bringing?
It don't matter. I'm gonna bring it. We just make sure that the dessert. Hold on. Is it? We doing banana pudding? We doing sweet potato pie?
I'm a cheesecake person.
Cheesecake? Okay.
As long as I got cheesecake,
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
happy in a corner.
I could do that, and then
Sweet potato pie?
that's cool.
Gotta have that.
Gotta have it.
I don't know the difference between sweet potato and pumpkin. They taste the same. I know it's a debate.
I'm
Y'all
gonna go. It
don't
is.
cancel me.
It is. I'm
'Cause
not gonna
I
get
know.
canceled.
They don't cancel me for saying that. But
all dessert is good. I leave it at that.
that's all I'm saying.
All right, bet.
Sweet
Say
to
no
good.
more.
It's a win. It's a win for me.
I appreciate this conversation so much. I'm rooting for you. You deserve your flowers as well.
Thank you,
And everything that you're doing. Your spiritual journey, your personal journey, your fitness journey, your motherhood journey, like all of that, I salute it. You have been consistent, a light, an inspiration for this brand. Like I sat there and said, you are valued, you're appreciated, you are loved. Continue to do what you do. I salute you.
Thank you.
I salute
Thank
you.
you.
I salute you.
Flo.
And y'all already know, the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. The harder you grind, the bigger you dream. I said, the harder you grind, the bigger you dream. And we out.
I'm gonna make a dance for that. Hey.
Yo, facts.